Okay, so today we will discuss on the topic of queue and set. Okay, so basically in queue, right? So in queue interface, we have like it is an like interface that represent a collection designed for holding elements prior to processing, right? So whatever elements is like high prior that will process first. Okay, and here we have set. In set we have hash set, linked hash set, and tree set. So let's see. Basically, queue interface, right? So queue interface is an interface that represents a collection designed for holding elements prior to process.
కదా కుర్చీ ఉంది కదా
And it's follow the FIFO principle. Okay, first in, first out. So like there are like keys and implementation, like keys method we have for queues.
నువ్వే తిను
So keys method like offer, poll, and peak. So basically, this offer, poll, peak method, right? So this method you can say like uh,
అక్కడ
so
కూర్చోకుంటాం
So basically, right, so this method we used in like a linked list, what we used to add element, right? So there was a add and remove a method for performing adding element or removing element, right? So as well as like same way for queue operation, we have like here like as like same way like add remove method is equivalent to offer poll. Okay, so basically like add we are using in linked list, right? So in case of queue we will say offer to add the element, and to dq we use poll method. Okay, so basically it will retrieve and remove the head of the queue. Okay, and peak, basically peak method, it will retrieve but it will not remove it from the queue. Okay, and so basically this uh, queue interface, right? So basically it implements the linked list and prior queue, okay, priority queue that we have seen, right? So it basically implements this queue interface, basically implements this linked list and priority queue. Okay, as you can see, like, so this dotted line is for implements. Okay, so this is the implementation, that is like a linked list and like priority queue, and there is like a dq interface which is stand for double ended queue. You like you already see, right, this interface, this dq interface, right? This is basically like uh stands for double end dq. Okay, and it extends the queue interface. Understood? And basically it allows insertion and removal of element from both side. Okay, like both end, linked list and from queue side also. Okay, so let's see some example of this queue interface. Okay, so let's see.
దాన్ని ఫోన్ ఎఫెక్ట్ కామెడీ చేసేది సమతో స్మార్ట్ చేస్తానండి ఏం చేయలేదు నాకు చెప్పి పడుకున్నట్టు అనిపిస్తుంది నీరసంగా ఉన్నాను నాకే నాకు కొంచెం అమ్మ అనిపించాను కొంచెం రావద్దు అదే అనిపించింది సాఫ్ట్‌వేర్ నేర్చుకోలేక కాదే నేర్చుకుంటున్నా.
Okay, so I'm creating a class name Q example. Okay, suppose.
వేస్ట్ బాబు ఆ టీచర్లు నిజంగా గ్రేట్. అంత మాట తిడతానే ఉంటారు ఆ టీచర్లు దగ్గర అనుకోదు కానీ చిరాకు నన్ను చెప్పింది
Now we having main method.
అటెండెన్స్ ఉంటుంది రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ నీట్ గా మెయింటైన్ చేయాలంట.
Who is there?
దయ్యం
Lakshmi, you can mute yourself.
మామూలుగా
Okay,
ఇచ్చిన అటెండెన్స్.
I'm muting you. Ah, okay. So basically to apply the Q, right? So basically like to implement the Q, who is that?
बेटा ये मैं लेक्चर सुनती हूँ अब जहर नहीं बैठती थोड़ी
While I'm muting you, you mute yourself. Okay. Okay, so unmute yourself, right? When you have like any questions. Okay. Okay, so for Q, right? So we will create an object of the Q, and we have the Q class, which is like coming from uh, util, Java util. So, and it will ask for which data type I am like storing. So in Q, so suppose I am storing string. So need to specify the data type and object name. So basically here, so basically what we have no implementation. It is implementing the linked list or priority queue. So we need to implement those like as a constructor, we will invoke those. Okay. While we are like invoking those things like in Java, basically like the linked list class implement both list and queue. Okay, sorry, the list and DQ interface. And when we use constructor for queue and linked list, basically it serve as a good choice due to like efficient support for various operation required by the queue. Okay. Send you. And now we can perform all other operation like insertion, removing the element from the queue. We can do those by using those object. Like using object, we can access those function, right? And like what we already know, right? So basically, like offer, poll, and pick. These are like equivalent to add and remove. We have already seen, right, in previous session. Okay. Let's say to add, we are going to use this offer. Okay, and to remove, we will using this poll method. Okay. Okay, suppose say task one. We have task two, task three. So now So now basically we simply like print it in our console by using system.out.println, and we will pass our object. Okay, to print all the tasks. Okay, and we will pass Q1. So it will give me the number of tasks. So basically we can iterate it also. Okay. If we want to display, like if we want to check, okay, if it is present or not, we can check. Okay. And like to DQ, right, or to remove it. Okay. So remove means like we are basically doing the DQ. Okay. And we have this method, right, poll. So we can do it. We can use this poll method to DQ, okay, or remove the element from the list, like Q. So suppose say we have this, and this is the task we have, and I want to remove it. So let's say string and remove element. Like I'm giving this like identifier. I'm using like what variable I'm giving, that this name should be identified by whoever it like next order, right? Whoever likes it, it will like identify. And now we can use our like object name, this Q1, and using object name we have this whole method. Okay, so now as we know, like this is fee4, right? So it will pull like it remove the first like entry. Okay, let's check. So let's say so okay, and after that we will print it. Okay, so uh, now let's check. Okay. So now you can see, right? So removed element is task one. So it will remove the first like entry, right? So this task one, if the code checks, if our JVM, right? So if our like interpreter checking from top to bottom, right? So it will check, right? This first code wise, it will entry the task one first. So first in, first out, right? FIFO. So it is basically using the FIFO principle. Okay. First in, first out. Okay. So if we write DQ again, so it will DQ the next one like that. Okay.
So if you want to remove a specific position,
Right. Hello.
so if you want to remove a specific position, then what should I do?
Like for that, right? So it is a like concept of first in, first out. Okay. For if you want to do like that, so it will like we can do it, but yeah, we can do it. Okay. So let's say we will not doing using this poll, okay, but rather we can remove it by using remove, okay, method. Yeah, basically we can't do it, okay, but still, okay, let's say remove, and we cannot actually, okay. Yeah, we can using, okay, I will come to that priority queue. We can do it using priority queue. Okay, basically we are using this linked list. Okay. Yes, but here we cannot like do that. Okay. So next, like priority queue, right? So let's take a priority queue. Let's say queue. Okay, so now we can basically use this, right. So basically we can use this keyword. Okay, we can add and we can just comment it out. Okay. Now let's add some. So let's suppose say Q2. So let's take this is task we take. Let's take some fruits name. Okay. Uh, let's say offer. Like even if we want to remove the element, right, we need to define it first, right? Which element? After that, we need to give the condition. Okay. Say suppose we have two apple and I want to remove one apple from it. Okay. Suppose. Uh, And so basically, we have this element. Here, basically, we can define an element to remove. Okay, so we need to define an element, which element we can remove. Okay, from here. So let's say element two, and we need to specify the element. Okay. Say now we will check this in Boolean state, right? So basically, if it is true, then like it will remove the element. Okay, or if it is false, it will like element not found. Like if element is not present, it will go to the else part, which is like it not found, it is not present, like that. Okay, we can do it. So let's say Boolean. So I'm taking a variable name which removed, like it will remove the element. Okay, and we are taking Q2, right? So let's say Q2 dot uh, remove. So particular element I want to remove, right? So we will use this remove if. Okay, and we will give some condition. Okay, and we are going to use lambda for it. And like say Q2 equals it will check that it is like element to remove. It will check this what element I am taking. It will right. So it will check. Okay, if it is present or not. If it is present, we can do it. Like if else condition, we can give it. So say some error, right? Elements element to remove. Limit element. And now by using this whatever variable we created, right, this remove variable will check, right, if there is any element present named like apple. Okay, if it is present, we can like yes, it is present, like we can remove it from the queue. Okay, so if and there is else part, if it will check remove, right, condition I provided there, and now I will need to write print it in console. So now let's see. Now we can just print the element and it will like remove successfully. We can print it. Element. Okay, we can give this message with the element that we are going to remove it. Okay, and here in else part, we can do the same thing. We can like display the which element we are going to remove, and we can think different. Okay, like element, remove element, and we can say not found.
ఇప్పుడు
And after that, we can just print some, like we can, after removing this queue, we can simply print the, like after removing the element, we can simply display the queue. Okay. Like, okay. If I run it, it will not found. Okay, something happened. Just let me check what happened. Element, right? So now it is. So basically, we are not storing this in this element. Okay. Now rerun the. We need to rerun it. So element remove successful. Okay. Apple. So Apple. We give some space. If I run it. Updated queue, it is not giving, right? Okay. So understood, it will remove the Apple element. Okay, not only first, like it will remove like whatever identical to that element. Okay. Like suppose if I like want to remove banana. Okay. Got it. So basically like it will like Apple is the prior, right? So it is taking Apple first. Okay, so Q basically it will, yes, update Q to an updated Q. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That I already commented out. So I hope everyone understood, right? We can like remove it in between the queue, but if there is any identical element, right? If you have duplicate element, it will remove it too also. Okay. Understood? I hope we already done this Q portion. Basically, like Q, DQ, we done. It is basically a DQ, okay. Yeah, now next we are seeing like implementation. Okay, next we have key method, right? We can add like whatever element we can add in first of the queue, and we can remove it the first like whatever element in the first of the queue, we can remove it by the using add first and remove first, add last and remove last. Okay, basically it will add an element to the beginning of the DQ and like removing and retrieving the first element if we like use this remove first, remove first or poll first, whatever.
Hello, ready?
Okay, so let me do that
Huh?
also.
Okay, okay.
Basically like let's create another example class. Okay, it will like confuse you. Okay, so let's create another class. Basically, if you already like seen, right, now we are like doing the implementation like here DQ interface, right? So you can see like DQ interface like stands for double-ended queue, and it extends the queue interface, allowing insertion and removal of elements at both ends. And like this DQ interface, it is having the like key method to insertion or deletion of the element inside the queue. Okay, so there you can see like we already seen those like that what you say, right, offer and those poll, right? So offer is to add and poll is to remove. Like same way we have this add first and offer first to add element in the first of the queue and remove the element from the first of the queue, like that. Okay, and same ways like we can add element in the end of the queue and remove the last element also from the queue. Okay, so now let's say, and basically this DQ, right? DQ interface, basically it implements the linked list. Okay, this DQ interface, right? Sorry. Uh, okay. As you can see, this DQ interface, it is an interface. Okay, it is not a class. Okay, this DQ interface, it is like implementing this queue interface. Okay, and so, basically it supports all the operation, provide a versatile double-ended queue functionality. Okay. Now we data type. Okay, so using this object name, okay, so we can give add first, like it will do the same thing, right? Uh, let's try here, okay. Is Q, right? So it also having that method, right? But we can do it DQ. So add first before it. So let's say let's print it and let's check it. Is it so basically it is adding this fourth element to the first, right? Like whatever I give here in this fourth entry, because we use this add first, it is adding this element to the first of the queue. Okay, while we are doing the DQ. Okay, and suppose I want to remove it, right? So even if I write use this add first, right? So if I give it add first, so it will do the like basically it will generally it will do the same way, like first it will come first, like second, third, because we using multiple add first, right? So for insertion, so there is no single particular like element that is like we are doing the second entry like that. So basically it is take like first, second, third and fourth. Okay, okay, let's run it. Save. Add first. So basically what do you think it is doing, right? So it is reversing, right? It is basically it is doing like whatever the insertion, right, into the DQ. So basically it is doing like reverse, like last one it is coming to the first and it is doing all the reverse thing. Okay, understood. And if I right want to remove the first from the queue, so we can use this remove first for it. Okay, so let's say And here we can have like remove first, which will remove or retrieve the first element. Okay. So let's name it remove element because we are removing, right? So and dq, right? dq dot. We have a function named remove first. Like it is updated, and we will say like removed element. And here we will say the updated dq, right? So now see, it will remove the last from the list. Okay, that queue last from the last, it will remove the element. Okay, so it will remove the last element from the whatever queue we have. Okay, from the dq. Understood, everyone? And like basically, like we can check also, like if we want to print, right, we can do also. Okay, suppose we have first, second, third, fourth, and in queue we check and we removed, right? So here, like we can check the current processing like time, whatever we have. Like here we are doing the, let's say here, let's say I want to remove the current state, right? If I want to do that, what I need to do. So basically I can like if I say suppose I want to check, right? So I want to remove the first from the queue, DQ. Okay. So for that, I can do that using while loop. Okay. I can give the condition if it is like, if it is not empty. Okay. So we can like check the current task or poll it. Okay. Like using the poll function, we can like remove it. Okay. Uh, let's see, like if you, okay, let's say here remove element, remove first. Let's create another string. String check is there any uh, Okay. So now we can check it, right? We can give a condition. If it is not empty, we can write uh, let's say while if it is not empty, like we are going to remove. Okay. So here remove, right? So here we are checking is empty, and here we are going to check if it is not empty. Okay, so we need to give not. Okay. So processing the current task. Okay, which need to remove. So so the current task we can like remove it from the what you said, this DQ, right? And here can say the processing the current task. Okay, so now here we are going to comment it out and let's check remove element from the first of it. Remove it, not use it. Now it showed like processing null. Some kind of loop has been created, I think. Is it running on the project on Java application? It's giving null file. Okay, so because we use DQ, right? It is not for DQ. Okay. So do one thing. Uh, try it in the queue section. Okay, let's try it here. If it is working in queue. So, go. You have said processing null. the same. I think I missed something, right? It is never ending loop, I think. Current task remove is empty. Current task will pull the first one. Processing current task. Okay, something happened like this boolean. Okay. So, like I tried to save in this boolean state, it is not taking. Okay, somehow. So understood. So it is processing like task one, task two, and it is checking, and if it is present, like it is pulling it out. Okay, understood, everyone. Okay. Yeah, no, file. I think there is like a storing problem. Understood. Like I stored in Boolean, so it wasn't taking the Boolean state. Okay, that's it. Uh, Instead of this, right? If I DQ it over here, give this thing. I hope it will work. So this is the issue, or you can say like debugging. Okay, like same way you also need to debug in your project. Okay, why it is not working? What like it is like for me it is Boolean state. It is not storing. Okay, so I need to specify here. Like give the condition like this. So lot of scenario can be like happen. Okay, in project. No problem. Okay. That's it for today. Like, yeah. So we see this method, and we also like did the priority queue. Okay, like implementation, like linked list priority queue. Okay. So basically in priority queue. Okay. So this will be the implementation of this. What you say like DQ interface. It will be the implementation of this DQ interface. This DQ interface will implement this linked list and priority queue. Okay, and this priority queue class, we have like basically priority queue class. It's implement the DQ interface, right? And as we know, like priority queue class is an unbounded priority queue based on a priority heap. Okay, like it will store in heap. Okay, heap memory. And the elements are ordered either by their natural ordering or by a specified comparator. Okay, like so basically the same thing, same method is going to implement over here also, and the implementation will basically it will like implement the priority heap. Okay, and the elements are ordered based on their priority. Okay, so which element is high priority? It will like the remove it first. Okay. Okay, here where the highest priority element is removed first. Okay. So now queue interface, it having its key method, and it will implement this like linked list and the priority queue, which will implement this queue interface, and it will separate from this. So DQ interface, which is DQ stand for double-ended queue, right? And it extend the queue interface as we seen over here. Okay, will extend the queue interface. And the key method that are used, we can use add first, offer first, which will do the same thing like add an element to the beginning of the DQ. And same way like remove first and poll first, add last, offer last, and like remove last and poll last. It will do the like remove and retrieve the first element and add an element to the end of the DQ and removes and retrieves the last element. And basically this DQ interface, it will implement this linked list and priority queue class. Okay. So basically, sorry, my bad. So basically this DQ interface will implement only this linked list. Okay. And priority DQ we have. So basically this priority DQ class, right? It is like priority queue is a unbounded priority queue based on its like priority heap, and elements are ordered either by its natural order or like by specified form. Yes, share. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, so can you just wait for a minute? Like after the session, I will share it. Sure. Okay. Okay. So now it having the similar. Okay. Thank you. So basically it having the similar methods that we already seen doing the same thing, right? Offer will add like insert the data, poll will like remove or dequeue. Like remove is basically like we are removing or dequeuing element from that queue, right? Uh, and peak, it will basically like do not remove that element, or it will retrieve that data basically without removing that element. Okay. I hope we already seen some like priority queue, that it is the same thing, okay, over and over again. So, really the priority queue, right? Same thing. I'm just copying. Like like this. Am I doing something wrong? Why it is not coming? So, I think that. Last name. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, right, right. Yeah. It can be conflict. It is conflicting. Or it is conflicting. Not. Yeah. Priority queue example is like this. Yes. Correct. Right. So basically, try to avoid like giving names of the class like which are already there. It is like it will conflict. Okay, same. Oh, nice catch. Who actually? Yeah. Pile. Nice one. So now, in same way, we can like print it using like just this, or we can store it somewhere like in uh this. And suppose if I want to remove it, it will simply like print the queue. Okay. And suppose if I want to, right, so remove it. So same way we can pull it out. Okay, using the pull method. We are removing the element. Okay. So let's say Q2, we're going to use poll method. Okay. So here you can see like priority queue, it is like removing the second element from the below. Okay. So of 2, if I give here 8, suppose will priority on this. So priority is like ascending to descending. Okay. So which one is like lowest? It will prior first, it will remove it. Okay. Lowest value. I hope everyone understood now. You can like, and thanks for everyone for joining the session. And that's it for today. Okay.